County Fairgrounds USA, countyfairgrounds.net. Welcome to today's podcast.
Hi, Terry. This is Karen, and
Hello.
I understand that the Orange County Fair is about to start.
We're very excited to welcome fairgoers to Acres of Fun this Friday.
Okay, so tell me something about the Orange County Fair. How long has it been going on?
This is our 129th year.
Wow, it's been around for quite a while. I didn't think it'd be around that long. Okay, so what's old and what's new and what's great not to be missed?
Well, our concert lineups are always amazing. We have the beautiful Pacific Amphitheater here, which seats more than 8,000 people. Beautiful Southern California concerts under summer skies. It's just lovely. And we always have a great lineup. And we do some shows before and after the fair, so we extend that run a little bit. We've got a lot of great shows that are selling out really well this year, such as Jackson Browne and Chicago and Styx and Dwight Yoakam. So we're pretty excited about that. And, of course, we also have the crazy food, right? One of our vendors has come up with a shrimp poor boy sandwich covered in Fruity Pebbles. So that's pretty exciting. We have somebody else who's doing deep fried hummus. And we have something brand new this year, a new stand, which is called Pappy's Puffy Tacos. And these are apparently a big food craze. We also have one of our vendors doing avocado toast, which is very trendy here too, as well as some meatless burger options. And as far as the rides go, Ray Kamek Shows, RCS, our midway provider, is bringing us Titan, the largest traveling booster arm ride in the Americas, and it shoots fairgoers straight up into the air. They hit 4 Gs, and it kind of spins around. If you imagine like an airplane propeller with cars at each end of the propeller on that little center axis just spinning you around, and it's 17 stories tall. And we figured out that that was as tall as 102 goats if you were to stack goats on top of each other.
I don't think that would be something a senior would really like. Okay, so one of the main questions I always get when these things come up is, where in the heck do you park?
Our fairgrounds are huge. We have parking lots surrounding the fair, but we actually encourage our fairgoers to take alternate forms of transportation. We're a landlocked fair in the middle of a city area, and there can be a lot of traffic and congestion, so we really recommend Uber, Lyft, ride-sharing, taxis, carpooling. That is fabulous if people could get to the fair that way. And we also have the OC Fair Express bus on the weekends with discount fare and discount admission from 9 locations. And we have an off-site parking and shuttle ride service on the weekends as well.
Okay, so what do you have especially for kids under 12?
Well, especially for kids under 12, we have a big area called the Explorium, and it's a giant tent, and it's full of wonderful things that kids can do. There's little pretend cooking areas. There are play areas with all kinds of different things. There are art projects and competitions. We have magic shows in there. Places on the fairgrounds, and it's one of the last to empty out, even at night. Kids, there's so much hands-on fun that they can do. And that is right next to our kid carnival area. And we have in the kiddie area this year, we have teacups and circus train.
Okay. All right. And then what do you have for seniors? And a lot of the seniors, a lot of times, are handicapped and they have a hard time getting around. So do you have any help with that? And what do you have especially for seniors that might be good and relaxing?
Well, we do have wheelchair and scooter rentals for anybody who doesn't have one but would like one when they come out to the fair. We certainly have that available, and we, of course, have ADA parking. We have quite a bit of it, and we have ADA-equipped restrooms, and our venues are also ADA-equipped, and we also have help for the hearing impaired. If they let us know in advance, we can have a sign language interpreter there at any of our ticketed events or concerts so they can enjoy the fun, too. For seniors, we have... Our seniors love our competitions. All of the vegetables and the floral and the visual arts, all of that stuff. It's super popular with our over 60 crowd. And it's also great because those things are out of the sun in nice shady air-conditioned buildings. So they get a lot of attention from the seniors. They have a great time.
Okay. I noticed that this fair is open, it's open for almost a whole month. That's a lot of activities you have.
Yeah, it's 5 weeks. We're open 23 days. We're dark on Mondays and Tuesdays. And we do have a lot of programmed activities. I mentioned the Pacific Amphitheater and our concert lineup there. We also have a fairly large concert building, and we have a lot of tribute bands in there. And that's another area I think that seniors have a great time. They might not still be able to listen to some of their favorite bands like Johnny Cash or maybe Queen, but they can go in and hear a tribute band in our hangar, and that's really fun too.
Okay, so there's also probably a lot of ag buildings that you have and a lot of 4-H stuff?
Well, we do have a 3-acre working farm, Centennial Farm, and that's open all year round. So that is very busy during the fair. Obviously, people come and learn from our animal educators about what they do and how important they are to our agricultural history and heritage and how people get food today. We also have our livestock area where the junior livestock auction takes place, and our 4-H and FFA students show and take care of their animals during the fair.
Okay, so there's basically, you have like a main gate area. So if you were coming in the main gate area and you really didn't know the fair very well, where would you go? Tell people to go first.
Well, we have 3 main gates. The largest one, which is Blue Gate, if you were coming in through Blue Gate, I would say take a left and head over to the farm. Go check out our oxen team, see our California crops. It's really fun. There are little things to do there. We have a farm crawl. You can take a little tour and sample herbs and things. We also have a Kids Can Cook demonstration there, and kids can actually get up and participate in that, so that's pretty fun. It's hands-on learning about where your food comes from and how to eat good, healthy things. And once you've gone past the farm, I would say maybe you should walk down the main mall and check out some of our vendors and see what they're cooking up.
I imagine you have a lot of arts and crafts vendor type things too, right?
We do. We have 3 shopping buildings, which is pretty fun. So we have folks who are selling some of the fair favorites, like you got to buy your Vitamix at the fair, right? Where else would you buy a Vitamix? And all the giant lint rollers, all the great products. We love that stuff. The fancy hummingbird feeders and all that. Yeah, we have 3 shopping buildings. And I forgot to mention we also have Action Sports Arena. And that's where we have our rodeos, our demolition derbies. And new this year, we have ATV racing, the little off-road vehicles, the quads, and we even have riding lawnmower races.
Oh, okay.
In our Action Sports Arena. That's kind of fun.
You said you had 2 other gates. Where are the other gates?
Gates. Yes, we have gates. Yes, we have 3 gates. Blue Gate is the main gate. And I said if you walked in that one, taking a left to the farm would be great. If you were coming in Green Gate, and if you took a left, you would get to the petting zoo. Almost anywhere you turn, you can find animals. Then if you come into our Yellow Gate, which is toward the back of the fairgrounds, that will lead you right into Livestock Lane, right where all our 4-H and FFA kids are.
Right. Sounds like you got a lot of livestock. I imagine you have, do you have free walking entertainment?
We do. We have some grounds entertainment. We have like stilt walkers and clowns and some musical acts. They're walking around and having just a great time interacting with our fairgoers. And we also have our OC Fair foodies, and they are costume characters. We have Olivia the Orange, Arturo Churro. Who else do we have? We have Cornelius Corn. So we have all these wonderful people dressed up and walking around, interacting with the fairgoers and getting a lot of pictures. That's another thing that's super popular with little kids and grandparents, pictures with the OC Fair foodie characters.
Could you kind of give us a little? Must be a very big fairgrounds, right?
Well, we're not that big. We're only about 150 acres. We are a large fair. Last year, we welcomed more than 1.4 million people over the course of 23 days. So we're the second largest in California. We're usually right behind San Diego. They run a little bit longer.
Okay. So you have a lot of free stages. Do you have about how many free stages?
Yeah, we do have free entertainment, and the hangar I mentioned, the tribute bands at night, you can actually see them from the main mall because we leave the doors to the venue open. If you want to buy a ticket and get a seat, that's fine. But there's also a lot of music you can hear walking around the fairgrounds. We also have dance troupes and all kinds of great things.
Okay, all right. And what about your evening concert kinds of tickets?
Yes, we have. I mentioned there are Pacific Amphitheater shows, and we have, goodness gracious, I don't even know how many shows we have. We start July 6th and we go all the way through August 22nd. And there's everything from, let's see, Seal is playing. We have Rick Springfield. We have Kool and the Gang and Evelyn Champagne King. We have the B-52s. And for the first time this year, we are having a mariachi festival in our big Pacific Amphitheater. So that will be pretty fun. That's new, and that's going to be on August 4th.
Is there like a handout or something that tells where all this entertainment is?
There's our website.
Okay.
And each day fairgoers can pick up a daily schedule. We do print a daily schedule, and it has all the activities and all the different areas listed. And there's a big map and a map that shows where all the food is and all that good stuff too. We also encourage fairgoers to use their mobile devices and go on to ocfair.com. There's a lot of information there about all the cool stuff we have going on.
A lot of people live online. I'm one of those people. But there's still a lot of people, especially some of the older seniors. You know, that's why I asked if you had any printouts. So when they get their tickets, do they get a handout?
No, once they go inside, once they get their tickets and go through security, get inside the fair, then we have information booths there, and they're handing out the schedules right inside.
Okay, that sounds great. Now, this is a really, really pretty good-sized fairgrounds. I know you have a lot of events. This fairgrounds has events all year, right?
We do. We have more than 150 events year-round.
Wow, that's a lot.
And it's everything from, car shows and cultural festivals. We have night markets with Japanese food. We have, Scottish festivals. We have vintage markets where things are, recycled, upcycled. My goodness, we have a Sand Sports Super Show is a big one. We have America's Pet Expo, which is another big show. There's quite a bit of stuff going on here. It's a fun place. We also have a year-round Veterans Museum. Heroes Hall is open year-round. It's located right here on our fairgrounds. And it's here because the fairgrounds was the former site of the Santa Ana Army Air Base. And one of the former barracks buildings is now our world-class museum building, and it tells the stories of veterans. It's not really a war museum or a military museum, but it's very much about the people who serve our country and their stories. And then I mentioned also earlier that Centennial Farm is also open year-round here too. And so we have a 3-acre working farm where people who live in the city, most likely here in Orange County, can come and learn about animals, California crops, and where their food comes from. And so we have an afternoon ranch after-school programs, and we have afternoon ag ventures for kids. And then we also just have open hours where families can come, bring a stroller, come see the animals, check out the plants. It's very, very nice. It's a little urban oasis.
Okay. Do you happen to know offhand what event is coming up right after this fair? Sometimes people like to know that so they can plan ahead.
Yeah, let me see. The fair seems so far out. Let me see what's after that. Let's see, 12th, 14th. Well, we still have shows. We have concerts afterward. So right after the fair closes, we still have El Fantasma, Collective Soul, Jackson Brown. And then the next thing is August 17th and 18th. There's a Crossroads of the West gun show, and then the SoCal World Guitar Show that same weekend.
Okay, sounds great. So what's your favorite part of the fair?
Well, I love seeing the people's faces. I love seeing our fair turn somebody's face into just a gigantic smile, just having these memories and just having a wonderful time in the summer with their friends and family. That's my favorite part of the fair. If I had to pick something to eat, it would be the bacon-wrapped Brussels sprouts.
Bacon-wrapped Brussels sprouts. That's different. Okay.
They're my favorite.
And where might they find that, just in case they want to know?
At Bacon Affair.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, Terry. I've really enjoyed talking to you. Thank you. Have a great fair.
Anything else at all? Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.